The MediQore support process isn't that different than hospitals support their applications today. In fact, we make it a point to have as very little impact or change on their existing process as possible. The last thing we want is a nurse or doctor feeling like they're having to go outside the facility to get the help they need. So we want that nurse, physician, or whatever to contact their help desk as they do today. Probably talk to the same guy they've talked to for years about that particular issue. That hospital then provides their initial script to make sure this relates to an application that we support for them, and that's when they turn it over to us. Sometimes that's as simple as dropping into the queue of their existing help desk system, which we make a point of always working within their help desk system. And then we take, our analysts would take that issue from that point forward and work it. If it's a high priority or an after hours issue, they not only put it into that help desk system where we're monitoring it, but they also contact us. We use a lot of different technologies to make that very efficient, but they would go to our triage desk. That triage desk takes that information, brings up that ticket, and first off, they do a quick cursory examination of it to make sure that it is indeed a high priority issue. We found that about 70% of issues that come in after hours or weekends aren't really high priority. The nurse may have used the words high priority, but in our words, high priority means something dealing with patient safety or patient care. Often these are issues that can indeed wait till the next day. So again, that gets back to leveraging our staff and using them effectively and efficiently and keeping them focused on the highest priority issues first. But let's say that issue is high priority. It would go into our queue, their help desk person contacts our triage individual on our triage desk, who looks over that issue and makes the determination exactly which expert needs to be brought in on this. They would then contact that individual live through a multitude of different technologies that we use to make sure that person gets on that issue immediately based on the SLAs we have with that particular organization. Our expert then again goes into that ticket system remotely, brings up that information. Sometimes they need to contact the nurse or the doctor for additional information and begins to work it. Sometimes it's something they can fix in a few minutes, a few hours. Sometimes they have to call in the vendor, and it can take days. But the end result is that they're focused on that issue from that point forward, taking it through completion. Once it is completed and remediated, that information is documented in the ticket, and the individual who opened the ticket to begin with is contacted to let them know that their issue has been remediated. So it's no different than our clients in their process today. We integrate ourselves into it and try to have as little impact or change on the way they do things today and become somewhat invisible and sort of blend into the background to the way they support those applications themselves.